Hi, this is Arpita Mitra from Artmania Worldwide, and I really thank Marvin and, of course, Shabana ji for making me a part of this beautiful initiative that you are taking consciously positive. Consciously positive has a lot of, depth in its meaning that you have to stay positive in whatever circumstances you have. Now there are certain ways with which you can keep yourself positive, and we have been talking on this topic, I think, on a daily basis, as Shabana ji always tells me ki we do it daily. And I also have seen many content that is shared on a daily basis, and how you can stay or keep yourself calm and stay positive, that is very important. Now why it is important? Because you need to be happy so that your heart remains happy, and once you are happy you can give happiness to others. This is very important, to give happiness to your surrounding, because if you will not be happy, then naturally you won't be able to keep anyone happy. Now today, my topic is techniques of sketching. Now, since I'm an artist by profession, so art is something which has always helped me in keeping my mood happy. And like whatever I do, see, life is just like a roller coaster. So sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. We meet a lot of people, lot of energies, and what energy we have to take in and what energy we should not take, that we need to understand from within, and then only we'll be able to keep ourselves happy. So art is something which has always helped me in keeping my positivity impact. Now we have Vasanji here. So I'll be talking to all those who are joining. But today's topic is techniques of sketching. Now, sketching is with pen, paper, and with your pencil paper, and it's a single tone, or we call it black and white. Like that, we do the sketching. Now, there are certain techniques or certain tools that we use. Now, firstly, I would like to show you a few things, and then I'll be showing you with which we can do these techniques. All right. So here, if I show you, like, this is one of my sketching, which has a lot of wrinkles. All right, lot of wrinkles, beard, and all these things have to be done with a tip of the pencil. Now we have these shading pencils with us. This is which is called the graphite shading pencils. It comes in a set of 12. So we have 2B, 3B, 4B, 6B, 8B, 10B. Now B and H. Now these are the pencils that we use for our shading purposes. Now, H pencils are the hard pencils, and B pencils are the soft pencils. This is the basic of the shading. Now, B pencils is basically, we just have to work on our hand pressure. Now, this area, if we have to keep this area moving and more soft, because we need to work like this only. So we can have our pencil strokes, we can have circles, we can have straight lines, and we can have slant lines. So everything, whatever we do, we have to use this area. So the exercise of this area with pencil is very important, and you'll be able to get the proper strokes that you need. That is what we need to work upon on making this area more flexible. The more flexible this area, you'll be able to sketch anything. All right. So, and also the pressure. Now, we have to work with pressure. Now, if we are working with 2B and we do the sketching with 2B usually, and if we need some more dark areas, we change on to like 8B or 10B. And that's how we create that flexibility. All right. The pressure that we create. Now, these are the dark areas. So here, if I will use with 2B, I'll have to put a lot of pressure. All right. I can do, but it will take a lot of pressure. That is the reason why we have so many soft pencils. Now, these are very, very basic things, and I'm just telling you the techniques, because today our topic is on techniques of sketching. So these are a few things that we have to understand about the tools that we use for sketching. Usually we do the sketching with a blunt pencil. All right. Now the reason, I'll tell you why. Because if we have to do with a pointed pencil, you'll see that I'll have to put pressure and I'll have to do like this. All right. All right. Now, so if my sketching is like this, if I sketch like this, okay, you will, if I shade like this, then you will see that there are lines which are coming. All right. Now, the moment I do it, like I'll do the shading from below. Okay, the below of the pencil. So I'll make my pencil lie down like this, and then I do the shading. You won't be able to see the lines. All right. Now, this is important. And also you can see the tone. This is just the pressure that I'm putting. So here I am doing this with 3B, and with 3B I'm able to get, I can keep it light, then some medium tones, okay, and then I can have the dark tone. So it's just the pressure that I'm working upon. So I got 3 tones with one pencil, which is 3B. This is what we need to practice, that how you can work. Either you take different pencils. If you work with 10B, of course, we have certain areas when we take anything. We like, okay, now this is a drawing. This is a sketching where you have to give medium tones and then a lot of, very dark tones. Okay, and then you have a lot of depth, which has to be, you have to bring a lot of depth. So that is created because in realistic work, in facial expressions, you have to create a lot of depth. Okay, now for that, you need to create that depth with different tones of pencils. All right. Now, if we talk about the basic strokes that we do for pencil shading, we say that first is a hatching. Okay, if we have to do hatching is simply like the one that I showed you. This is hatching. Okay, this is normal hatching. All right. So it is called hatching. Hatching. All right. Now, if we have to do cross hatching, simply you do it like this, the way you were doing, and then over it do cross hatching. That means like this one this time, once this side. So if you are getting a cross hatching like this side and over it like this side. All right. So that is called cross hatching. Now we use these techniques when we do the pencil shading. All right. Then there is another which is called contouring. Now contouring is, suppose there is a vase that we have to shade. All right. So we have to shade, or maybe a glass that we are shading. So there we shade it according to the shape of the vase. All right. So that shape of the vase, that is what, if we have to shade according to the shape of a vessel or any face, so we call it contouring. This is a very, very basic term that I am using. Hatching, cross hatching, contouring. There are n number of shading techniques, but few basics are there for a beginner to understand that what we use where. Now, cross hatching that I had shown you, sometimes we use this on some cloth areas. Or like here, if you can see, I use this cross hatching here where the cap is. Okay, where we have to show some textile materials, the dresses. All right, so we did that cross, if you can see. All right. So here, this is the cross part where the blending is no, here you can see the texture which is cross. All right. So these are the areas where we use these things. And yeah, and one another important is which we call circulism. Circulism is something when we use it like we have to create some soft areas, like as in like we call it cotton or maybe smoke. Okay, so we make this round, 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 and then we use this called circulism, and that is how we do the shading. All right. So these are the types of shading. Now here, of course, we can, keep our this part like as in keep on doing it and put the pressure and then do it. Yeah, and then do it like round and round, and movement of course, this areas will become more flexible once you keep on doing this. All right, so these are few of the basic shading techniques that we use. All right. And now if we talk about our materials for blending, because it is very important to blend. All right. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't do, but yes, for the techniques for blending, we usually use a tissue paper. I kept it somewhere here. Okay, yeah. Now we use a normal tissue paper for blending. Suppose we have shaded an area and then we have to put for blending. So what we do, we don't blend just like, making this guch puch and then you do it. No, we don't do that. We just fold this tissue paper properly and then make a small square here, and you get a point over here. And if you will blend with this, you'll get better result. All right. Now this is how you get the softness. All right, this is how you'll get the softness, and all your lines will get vanished. Now, when we do realistic works, it is very, very important that we need to work upon our lines. Now, the outlines should not be very prominent, and we have to make our outlines get vanished. Now, how do we create that to get the outlines get vanished? We always keep the sketching. We do it with a very light hand. This is first rule that we need to follow. All right. Do the sketching very lightly. Now, it will help you in two ways. First is, if you make any error or if you make any mistake, then even if you erase it, you won't be able to get any lines on your sheet, so your sheet will remain intact. All right, so you can make a number of changes. If you keep your pencil, use your pencil little light. This is first thing that you will get the benefit. And secondly, the if you keep the sketching light, you'll be able to merge it quickly with the outline. Otherwise, you'll have to put a lot of pressure, and with different tones, of course, you'll have to work very hard for that. All right, to get that realistic efforts. Now, I'll show you a few more. Like in this. All right, you can see the blending that is done. All right, so here it's just the areas that we do. So it's just pencil and eraser that we work with. All right, we just have two things. Now, whichever areas we need to brighten or we need to give a shine, we just erase that areas. All right, just we need to erase, and then you'll get the shine. And that is how we don't use any white. Here, we have not used any white pen or something. It's just pencil and eraser, and that is how. Now, why do we get these areas shine? Because it is understandable that light has a very, very important effect on our sketching or painting. Uh, Two things are required to see anything. One is our eyes, okay, and second is light. Even if you have eyes and you have don't light, you won't be able to see anything. All right, and also how the light is falling on the object or on the person with whatever you are sketching. So that is important, whether the light is falling from top or from the side, and that is how the shine which on the object it is created. And that is what we have to create that with pencil, because our pencil shading do we do or painting we do, it has to be according to the fall of the light on that object. How do we see? Because whatever we see, we draw. All right. So nothing to be imagined or everything is there in front of us. God has given us everything, and whatever we see, we paint. All right. Through our imagination, uh, through our keeping that in mind, that if I imagine if I imagine a person I'm drawing, or maybe a tree I am sketching, so I'll imagine, if I imagine the light is falling from top, so which all leaves will get a lighter tone or maybe a shine on, and where will the shadow will come? So these are the things which my my memory, through my memory, I am just working on it, and that is what I'm putting on my paper. All right. But it is not that that I am imagining, because I have already seen that thing, and it is there in my memory, and whatever is in my memory, I am just recreating it on my sheet. That is how a painting is all about. That is what all artists do. All right. So that is why it is very important to observe things. The more you will observe, the more realistic work you'll be able to create. This is important to understand. Drawing is nothing but observation. So, when we do all these creating works, so we just have to keep this thing in our mind, that how our light is falling and how we can create that shine. So this is what we are just using pencil and eraser and making the shading natural. All right. So wherever the blending is there, we do it. Now, I told you about one with which we can do the blending, that is tissue paper. You can use cotton also. Then we have these tools which are called blending tools. Okay. And they have a tip. So if we have any small, these are called stumps, okay, paper stumps. So very, very easily available in any stationery shop, or you can go with that. So with that also you can, it comes in different thickness. All right. So this is a thick area which needs to be blended. Okay, thin areas, maybe the eye areas or very thin lip area that you need to do the sketching. So for blending. So these are the blending tools that we use sometimes. And of course, we have this normal eraser that I have already shown you. A normal eraser that you can use. This is called a kneaded eraser. Now, what is the benefit of this kneaded eraser is you can knead it just like a dough. Okay, very, very easily available, not very expensive and easily available in your stationery shops. So you can knead it. Now, suppose if you, usually you'll get some dirty thing over here if you clean it. Of course, non-dust erasers are also available nowadays, but then you get this thing dirty over here. But if you do this with the kneaded eraser, even if you get something dirty here, then you can again knead it like this. Okay, and it will become clear again. Also, you can, if you want to erase very thin areas, you can change the shape. All right, make it thin and you can get this thin area. So you will be able to erase this with a thin line. All right. So if you have to erase something, you'll be able to erase these thin lines over here. So because you'll get a point, adjust a point if you want. So like this, you can make changes in this kneaded eraser and it is always ready to use. All right. This is one thing. Then we have eraser pencils. All right, these are called eraser pencils. You can just sharpen it, and these are erasers. And these also comes in 4-5 at one like packet. Okay, and these are just the erasers. So if you have to do some lines erasing, so you can do that. Just like pencil, you need to work. All right, just like a pencil. So you get these lines, whatever you want to erase. So these are called the pencil erasers. These are called pencil erasers. Now, I showed you a few of my works which I did on my white sheet. Usually we use white sheet for pencil shading, but we have some gray papers, tinted papers, brown papers on which also we can do pencil shading. Oh yes, one more thing that I wanted to tell you, we sometimes use charcoal. All right. Now, just show you, we have charcoal pencils. Okay, so this is a charcoal stick. Sometimes we use this. Now, there's a difference between pencil. It is also a black and white medium because charcoal is a black medium, and if you do it on a white paper, so of course you'll be getting. But the main difference between pencil shading and charcoal is that charcoal is a little messy medium. Okay, because you'll get a lot of dust. So there's a way of doing it. And pencil, but it is a matte medium. Okay, charcoal is a matte medium. Pencil is a glossy medium. All right. Now, this is the basic difference between pencil and charcoal medium. But I really love to work with pencil and also with charcoal. These are the very beautiful mediums that we use. Like this is a work which is done, as I was telling you, that we can use a white sheet and then do with pencil or with charcoal. But here I have used a gray sheet and I used white charcoal. We get white charcoal pencils also and black charcoal pencils. This is done with my black and white charcoal. Okay. So, and whatever we have to leave, we leave it like this. And just with the pencil strokes, this is done. All right. Now, here, this is another work which is done like here. You can see the white and again with white charcoal and black charcoal on a gray sheet. All right. So this is also with charcoal, and also with, I used pencil also, like pencil, my normal pencil, normal as in the shading pencils, and charcoal pencils and white charcoal. And I have used here white pen as well, some in few areas. All right. Yeah, this is another work which is done with a few areas where white charcoal and with pencil. With pencil here, no black charcoal. I did not use black charcoal. Over here, it is only our shading pencils and white charcoal pencils only. All right. Now, this now there is a work that I want to show you. There's another technique. Now, this is again on white sheet that I made here with charcoal. But here what I did was, you can get this areas. All right. There is a technique with which we can use this white areas. If we don't have, sometimes we need this for creating grass, or sometimes we use it like the hair, the beard that we want to be, we want them to keep it white, because this is a white sheet that on which I had worked. So what you, if you don't want that to get colored or shaded, simply use a pen which is not, which maybe the refill is not working condition. It's all dried up. So that can also be used as a tool. Like you can use a pen which has a tip which does not have an ink, and put pressure and just put the lines. All right. And then you create that shape, whatever you don't want it to be shaded, and just apply little bit pencil shading over it. Those areas where you have put the pressure with a empty pen, that will not get corrected. That will not get shaded. It will remain white and you'll get that effect. So this work is done like that. All these are done with the pencil, with the pen, the dried pen that I had made, and then shaded lightly over it. So your beard and the hair is all white. That's a page white. All right. So there are certain techniques with which we can get realistic work. And like, as you, I think, thanks to Shabana. And I am really happy that those who are really interested in learning techniques, and I am coming up with a very short-term course of 10 days course on sketching. And this, where you will learn the techniques and you will create things on your, maybe, 4-5 things you'll be able to make. And you will be able to learn these techniques and create something beautiful. And this is how I think we can go up. It's a very short term, and the registration has already started. 28th of November is the last date to register for this course, on this short term sketching course, and where I'll be teaching you with this, the techniques, and you'll be able to create all this, what I have shown you. So maybe few of this, according to the works, will move from basics to pro. So we'll be able to create, I think, 3 or 4 works, and you'll be able to get them done in this 10 days workshop. And it's a paid workshop, and details, I think Shabana ji will be sharing soon. And it is on a discounted rate that I'm giving this. So Saturday and Sunday is the time which is fixed for 10 to 11 a.m. if I'm not wrong. So 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you are really interested in learning sketching and its techniques and need to create, this is just the basic that we will be teaching you, but yes, you'll be able to learn and you'll be able to produce more, because as I told you in the beginning only, art is something which can keep you happy always. So if you are creating something on your own and you are finishing it, you will really feel that you will always remain happy. And of course, for gifting, if you are giving someone the gift, something which you have created, I think that is going to be the best gift for someone. So I think this is what I wanted to share with all of you. And I think thank you so much for joining, Vasanji, and I can see Rajvin here. And Shabana ji, thank you so much for joining me in this techniques of shading. And I had shared few tools. So those who will see this later, please see it till the end so that you can know about the course that we are about to begin with. 28th is the last date to register, because we also have to make certain preparations that how many students are registered in this under this course. And this is specially and specially designed for Marvin members. So that is why I am super excited to teach the members of Marvin, those who are so beautiful at heart. And whatever I know, I just want to teach you. So let's begin this course. And from 30th of November, we are starting with this course. So we have to begin. That is why we are closing the registration on 28th. And very soon it will be floated in your groups and all the other details and the materials that you will need to start this course is just the shading pencils that you need, that I had already discussed today, and normal eraser. You can keep a kneaded eraser and few tissue papers. I think that should be enough. And later in the class, I'll be sharing if anything else is required. But mostly we are going to work on white sheet and shading pencils. So you can just get, I think this Bristol pencils are good. You can go for this, or Camblin, or these pencils are good because you'll be able to get good works. And these are basically for artist pencils. So that is the reason why I use the colors or the pencils which are for artists, because student level pencils are a little different. So this is, yeah. And also, so see you soon. And if anyone has any question, they can start their question, ask their question.
Thank you, Arpita. It was really wonderful. So the course is for, I think, 10 days or something like that. And
Yeah.
so how good we can get in those 10 days? So if someone is, if, for example, most of us will be beginners,
Right.
So after 10
Right.
days, we can expect to draw something or
Of course, they will start from basic. And yeah, but yes, art is a vast field. But yes, we will move according to the pace of the students. See, students have different pace of working. All right. I will be teaching them the techniques. And if once they know the techniques, they can do anything on their paper. And that is what I am here for. All right. So I'll be able to teach them, yes, something which they can do. And beginners, yes, this course is specially designed for beginners only. All right. So it will be very beneficial if I get the students who are at, the same level. And then, of course, then I'll be able to take them their journey of their art from one level, and they can move to the forward level. They will be learning that, and they can learn how to make the portrait. Of course, they will be able to do. There is no rocket science in it. It is just pencil and eraser. Only thing you need to know the right technique. And for that, I am there to train you. Right.
Awesome. That's very encouraging. Because your paintings are so beautiful. I was like, I mean, sketches.
No,
I was
no.
like, okay.
I believe in anybody can paint if you know, if you just if you have the enthusiasm to learn. That initiative or that thing should be from your inside, that I want to learn. Then you can, conquer anything. You can do anything, and it is just pencil. So, many people come to me, many students tell me, many aged people, those who are my students. So, even after retirement, they have started because has been a passion. Maybe they did not get time. And now they are joining because now they have enough time because, children grown up and they want to utilize this time through paint. And so they tell me that मैंने कभी मैं line भी मुझसे draw नहीं होता. See, yes, line draw करना, and that is what I told you in the beginning. So just this is a very, very simple exercise that one needs to do. Create your own circles. Okay, like freehand. Freehand sketching is very important. Slant line, straight line. All right. Standing line. Okay, sleeping line. Then slant line, right side slant. So these are the movements that if you do more, this area will become flexible. These are we before yoga, the way we do some warm-up exercises, this is our warm-up exercises for painting, for art. And whether it is with brush we do or with pencil we do, we should have the same confidence in which we are doing, because whatever I am doing the best. All right. So never ever compare your work with anyone else except your previous work. Always compare yourself with your previous work. Your next work should always be better than your previous work. Then only you'll excel. All right. So that is what one has to remember. Never compare कि आपका पेंटिंग के साथ आपके जैसा तो मेरा नहीं बन रहा है. So it's okay. Whatever I'm doing the best. All right. Why? Because you are giving your 100% in it. All right. That has to be there in your mind. Then nothing comes overnight. Of course, Shabana, you know that, right? But with practice, with continuous work, you'll be able to improve. But only thing you have to remember that your next work should be better than your previous work. That's it. All right.
Awesome.
So it's so simple. All right. So I think we can take a leave and keep registering, because 28th, and Shabana ji, I would like you to, I would like to request you to start floating this ad
Yes.
in all the groups of Marvin, so that such a beautiful community, if I get to teach them, to motivate them and to make them learn some new techniques, it's going to be my pleasure.
Yes, that will be. And we are looking forward to the class to do some
Sure.
sketching now.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
So Saturday, Sunday, from 30th of November, 10 to 11.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank